Hello guys, today is the 17th of July, Friday 2026, and it is around 11:30 p.m. Well, I have been here in San Carlos for the past more than 3 weeks, and I had also taken a trip to Cabos in Mexico and had a very great time. And now I'm back to San Carlos. And guys, wanted to discuss a few things and share with you some more things about life out here. Showing you around the streets. You can just see the natural beauty, the greenery, the clean roads, the cars, the beautiful cars. You can see how calm and peaceful the roads are at 11:30 a.m. and you can see how clean the roads are. You can see that there are no overflowing drainages. You can see there are no open manhole covers. You can see how well maintained the houses are. I haven't seen so beautiful, so clean roads, no potholes, no open manholes like we usually see in Karachi. So guys, this is the quality of life in San Carlos, San Francisco, in overall in USA, and you can compare it with the lives we are living in Pakistan. And I think we should all be very grateful to the corrupt politicians, especially the People's Party, who have ruined Karachi. Ruined Karachi in such a way that it will take decades for Karachi to come back to its past glory. Guys, just have a look at the greenery, the well maintained gardens outside the houses, no compound walls, very secure. Ladies and children can move around the streets till late night without any fear, without any robberies, without any crime. There are so many things to talk about and appreciate. I feel that this is God's land. This is a gift to the people of America by God, that they can live such a beautiful life. And I think once a person has lived in Karachi, Pakistan, I don't think he needs to go to hell, because they have already seen hell on earth. I am talking the truth, nothing but the truth, and I mean each and every word. Just see the gardens, the beautiful flowers. Okay, now let me talk with you what I like the most out here. Apart from the environment, apart from the security, there are so many other things to talk about. The Amazon delivery service, the food delivery services are so good that even if you want to order a loaf of bread, it comes directly at your doorsteps. The deliveries are mostly done free. A person does not have to run around buying groceries. And surprisingly, I did not find things very expensive for the localites. Yes, definitely very expensive for people like us. Our politicians have messed up the country to such an extent that frankly I am finding it difficult to travel anywhere outside Pakistan or even in Pakistan for that matter. Uh, my daughter got married about 11 years back in USA, and at that time, or even 2 years before that, maybe 13 years back, when I had sent her to USA for her masters, I think the dollar was around 114. At that time, I used to find everything quite affordable in America because the Pakistan rupee was at 114. I remember that when I had come 11 years back to USA and I had been shopping around for myself, I used to find it pretty reasonable, buying in USA rather than buying in Pakistan. I used to enjoy shopping. Then came a time about 3 to 4 years back when suddenly the rupee depreciated to 160 rupees to a dollar. And that time I got quite a bit of shock, From 114 to 160, I felt that it was the end of the world for Pakistan because I started feeling the pinch. I could no longer afford to shop around, go and buy groceries or go to restaurants and pay for the bill, and I had to restrain myself from doing all that, even at 160 rupees. But to be very frank, about 3 years back, the value of the rupee has fallen to 280, and at a point of time it had even increased to above 300 rupees, and now at 280 it has become impossible for a person to travel. Impossible. When you convert the dollar to the rupee and check the prices of groceries or garments or shoes or whatever you want to buy, you feel like buying, but you feel that it is too expensive for you and you can't even think of purchasing. I was visiting Thailand, Bangkok very frequently for a holiday. Must have traveled 6-7 times at least. And I remember that we used to enjoy traveling to Bangkok because it was quite reasonable. Because I felt that it was worth the money. Sometimes I would feel that it would be better to travel outside Pakistan to Thailand rather than traveling inside Pakistan, because the quality of the holidays with the accommodation, the food, the transport, you would feel that it is quite reasonable to travel and go out for a holiday. So I went to Bangkok 2 years back for a holiday after a gap of I think 5-6 years, and the last time I went, that is 2 years back, I was taken aback because I suddenly found that even Thailand was expensive for us. I started comparing the prices in Pak rupee, and I found it really expensive. Even Thailand, Bangkok, which I used to find very cheap earlier. So you can see that how the politicians of Pakistan, the government of Pakistan, the system of Pakistan, what they have done to Pakistan. They have ruined Pakistan, ruined. And now even traveling within Pakistan has become so expensive that sometimes you feel that it's better to travel abroad for a holiday rather than travel within Pakistan. People rave about, I mean, so beautiful Pakistan, like Switzerland and this and that, but I haven't been once anywhere except Islamabad, Murree, Bourbon. That's my limit because I don't feel safe. And if I have to spend 15,000 rupees for a room with very little facilities and take a flight to Islamabad or Skardu, whatever, for an airfare of 50,000 plus for a couple one-way side journey, spend about 2 lakh rupees on my transport, and then stay in a room of 15,000, 20,000 rupees somewhere with not very good facilities and not feeling secure, then is it really worth traveling within Pakistan? I don't think so. I would still prefer to travel to Thailand rather than traveling to North Pakistan or anywhere else in Swat or Skardu or whatever. I have been traveling very frequently out of the country, so I don't have the resources left to travel within Pakistan, because traveling out of Pakistan has sort of become a compulsion for me because of my daughter's family. I have to travel to USA very frequently, and because of my green card status. And the other thing is that I also have to visit some other places outside Pakistan to meet my sister, who is basically from Bombay, India. And we don't get to meet each other in our own countries because traveling between India and Pakistan also has become very difficult. We don't get the visas, we have got so much of restrictions, so we find it better to meet at a common place. And on our last visit, my sister and her husband, they met us in Bangkok, and we had an excellent time together, and it was much better than meeting up at India or Pakistan because of the circumstances. So I have to travel outside Pakistan, and then I don't have enough resources to do more travel within Pakistan. But if given a choice, I wouldn't travel within Pakistan. So guys, I am looking forward to your feedback. And basically the idea of this vlog or the other blogs is to showcase to you the life of people in USA and the life of people in Karachi, Pakistan. You must have already been able to compare. Just look at this park. They've got all the facilities. A play area for small children, and ample of areas for young people to play volleyball, tennis, and also there is an area for seniors to play some game like a bowling place, where seniors come together and they also sit around, chat, and play games similar to that of bowling. And basically I have seen that they are living an excellent quality of life. whoever I have met here, they seem to be working hard, but I think that is also not too hard when you get to a certain level, and you put in efforts for maybe 4 5 6 hours, work 3 days, maybe 2 3 days from home, and then enjoy out, go for dinners, go for lunches, go to coffee shops, and enjoy your life. They have got the best of cars, and the traffic, as you see, there are so few cars that it is very easy to drive around. It is quite safe to drive around. You don't see people banging into each other like you see on the roads of Pakistan, because everybody has got patience over there. Be it a traffic signal, be it allowing other pedestrians to cross the road, they have got so much of patience that if I come somewhere near the zebra crossing and if a car is coming, he will definitely, most definitely stop, and he will wave out to me to cross the road first, and he will wait patiently for me to decide if I want to cross the road or not. And after I signal him with a thanks, and then I cross the road and I have fully crossed the road, he will move along. So these are the good things where we appreciate. And the other thing, where I had heard that recently there was a lot of racism or whatever, but I haven't faced any such incident, and you won't believe it, but whenever a white person passes by, they would wave out, they would say hello, have a good day, good morning, good afternoon, they would smile, and they are so very humble, right? And this particular trait I have not found in Indians and Pakistanis who are here. Whenever I walk around the streets and there is some Indian or Pakistani, and they don't even reciprocate, they don't even say hi, they don't even wish or smile. I don't know what got into their head that they behave so arrogantly and unfriendly. Americans are more friendly, they are more courteous, and they always make it a point to smile or wish somebody, unlike our Pakistanis and Indians. This is a fact. This is a fact. I haven't talked to any stranger, Indian or Pakistani, out here, but I have exchanged a greeting with so many Americans, white people, and they have been so kind and courteous. This is the system. This is life. These are the morals, the ethics, the principles under which they live, under which they function. No crime, no stealing. My son-in-law had kept his keys in the car for 2 days. He forgot to take out the key, and there were so many valuables lying outside in the car. But after 2 days, when he came, he found that everything was as it was. So there is no fear of theft. You might forget something anywhere, but when you come back, you will find it that the thing is lying over there, including your cell phones. I also remember that the last time I had come, I was staying in an apartment block, and I was on the first floor, and on the ground floor of the staircase there was a cell phone which was lying there for days. Believe me, for days. Whenever I used to go up the stairs, maybe twice or thrice a day, and for days together, I found that that cell phone was lying over there only. Nobody picked it up, nobody dared to steal it, and after 4 days I found that the cell phone was gone. Maybe the person who had forgotten had tracked it or something, but these are the systems, the values over here. So guys, I hope that you liked my blog, and you heard from the horse's mouth how things are right now in July 2026 in USA, and you can compare it with what shit or hellhole our politicians have made out of our country. Guys, I feel so depressed, you know. Particularly I have a very nice time. I live a very nice life, but I really feel sorry for how miserable lives our people are living in Pakistan. Thank you and goodbye.